Well, about that deal we talked about, please cancel it. You know it probably was a bit much for your company in the first place.
Huh? A deal? What are you talking about?
What?
I'm Keiichi Sato, 28 years old. I used to work for a large corporation, but I left to start my own business. Noah, for the next week's presentation materials, I think the main framework is fine. But if you have any additional ideas, please share them.
Got it. Since this client is from a regional tourist area, I think we should emphasize the online souvenir sales feature more.
That sounds like a great plan. We should definitely promote the feature that allows tourists to purchase local goodies even after they've gone. I'm working on a business that builds custom apps for shops. The idea is to create a platform that links tourist attractions and local businesses with their customers.
Hey, Keiichi, your company's been getting a lot of good buzz lately.
It's a call from my former boss, Mr. Seiki, at my previous company, Doki Doki Planning. Yes, luckily everything's been running pretty well.
Well, about that deal we talked about, please cancel it. You know, it probably was a bit much for your company in the first place.
Huh? A deal? What are you talking about?
Mr. Seiki, we never even had a deal scheduled with you in the first place.
What? Hey, what are you talking about? I'm pretty sure I asked you guys.
Our company's called Tokimeki Corporation. Did you really schedule an appointment with us?
Mr. Sayeki, we don't have any appointments scheduled for a deal.
Wait, that can't be true. Let me check.
Hey, are you sure the client was really Sato's company? Can you confirm that? Today's the first meeting, so we don't even know who the other party is.
Mr. Seiki, we did have an appointment, but the company name is actually Uki Uki Corporation. It seems like you got confused with another company.
What? I thought if it was Sato's company, they'd have connections and would sign for a lower price. Darn it, what a mistake. What should I do? What should I do? Think. So, Sato, it looks like there was a mix-up. Well, how should I put it? We didn't confirm properly. Anyway, let's just call it off this time.
There was never a deal on the table, so it's fine, but there's just one thing that bothers me.
What is it?
Mr. Seiki, we take our work seriously. This isn't just a casual agreement that can be dropped at the last minute.
Well, that's...
Trust from your clients comes from being honest. Isn't that something every business, no matter the size, should keep in mind?
I get it. Let's just leave it at that for now. Bye.
Oh wait! Hold on, Mr. Sayeki!
Well, I guess that attitude just shows how cornered he is.
He's still the same since we left.
Yeah, to be honest, I've always had my issues with him.
But it's thanks to you, Keiichi, that I am where I am today. I really appreciate it.
No, I should be the one thanking you. I'm truly grateful that you've stuck with me.
But I think it was great that you handled it so firmly, Keiichi. I feel a bit better now.
Thanks, but we can't let our guard down just yet. While we were a bit wary of Mr. Seiki's demeanor, we couldn't help but feel a twinge of concern, wondering if something major was about to unfold. A few days later. As for Mr. Seiki, who had cancelled the meeting with the client due to the mix-up,
Mr. Seiki, we've received an email from the client. They've clearly stated that they will not be considering further business with us.
So they're not interested in doing business with us anymore?
Yes. How will you report this?
Of course, I'll report that the deal is going smoothly. I'm in charge of this entire project after all. Even if the client changes, I'll make sure it doesn't cause any issues.
Are you planning to find another client?
Yeah, it looks like that's the only option. Now what should I do?
Seiki, any updates on the deal we chatted about recently? If it goes smoothly, it might lead to a significant project with the upcoming client.
Don't worry, sir. The deal was just postponed due to the client's schedule. I don't think it will cause us any issues.
I see. I'm glad to hear that. By the way, I've heard that Sato's company, Tokimeki Corporation, has been achieving impressive results. It's truly unfortunate that our company lost someone like him, but I'm glad we could help him carve out a new path.
So, Mr. Muru, regarding the deal we discussed, I was thinking it might be a good idea to reach out to Tokimeki Corporation because we have a few connections that could help.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'd love to see his growth with my own eyes.
I see what you mean. Since the client we were planning on has postponed everything, we'll just roll with this plan for now.
I'm counting on you, Seiki.
Yes, sir. Please leave it to me.
Hey, Mr. Seiki, what brings you here today?
I'm sorry about the other day. I had a lot of projects on my plate and it seems I got a bit confused. I have a project I'd like to officially ask for help with. This time I plan to move forward with full support from our side.
Support, you say?
Honestly, there were a couple of misunderstandings with the previous situation. This time, I'm all about making sure we discuss everything clearly and fully use our company's resources.
Thank you. I appreciate your offer, but right now we're in the middle of a project with a new client. It might cause some issues with our progress, so I'm sorry, but I have to decline this time.
What? Could it be Kazami Corporation?
Yes. You know, the deal with them at my previous workplace didn't happen, right? After hearing that I'd gone independent, they reached out to me with an offer to work together.
But our company, Doki Doki Planning, is a big player. Your company is still very new, barely even started. I believe this is actually a pretty decent opportunity for you.
Well,
I've met a few people from Kazami Corporation through work, but I never imagined you'd be working alongside them.
In that case, you might already know. Nagisa is someone who makes very rational decisions.
Rational decisions, huh? So you're saying your company is more appealing than mine?
No, that's not what I meant. We simply focus on giving our best to the clients in front of us. That's how we operate.
Well. You're saying some pretty impressive things. Well, fine. I'll just watch and see your success unfold. The business world isn't so easy. The next time we meet, it'll be our turn to surprise you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sato's company surely does detailed work from the ground up, but the main thing big businesses are after is results. I'm going to make it clear to him that a professional's job is all about producing efficient outcomes.
And a few days later, this is Keiichi from Tokimeki Corporation.
Keiichi, there's something urgent I need to share. It's about an issue that might affect the project we're working on.
What's going on?
Doki Doki Planning has brought their own proposal for this project. It must be Mr. Saiki.
Can you tell me more details?
Mr. Saiki's company has proposed to base their solution on the app features you're offering, but at a lower cost.
Lower cost, you say?
Yes. Specifically, they're suggesting using existing templates to deliver the app in a shorter time frame. They're pushing efficiency in operations, so the initial setup and implementation costs look much lower compared to your plan. But in that case, what about customization for each client? It would be almost impossible. But Mr. Saiki's team is presenting it as efficient and rational. He hasn't really said anything negative about your company, though.
I see. It might seem appealing to companies that prioritize cost.
In fact, even among the management, opinions are divided on which proposal to choose. Mr. Saiki's company has a strong track record in the advertising industry and is great at presenting. What should we do? If we keep going like this, Mr. Saiki might end up taking the project.
We'll have to face them head on. We'll stick to our own way of doing things. That's our greatest strength.
That's true. It's because we've built trust with our clients that we're able to offer something unique.
Kazami Corporation values a local, on-the-ground perspective. If our proposal is truly what they need, they'll choose us. Noah, trust yourself.
Got it, Keiichi. Each proposal brings something to the table. Doki Doki Planning is all about efficiency and good value, while Tokimeki Corporation offers flexibility and a hands-on perspective that's really beneficial.
I'd like to directly compare both proposals and make a decision. Let's hear each company's approach in a presentation format.
That sounds like a good idea. Since this is going to be a big project, we need to make a careful decision.
I understand. I'll take care of setting up the meeting.
1 month later. The day of the presentation has finally arrived. Noah seemed a bit nervous. But I was determined and excited because it was a big day, where we could show the results of our hard work.
Now let's hear the proposal from Tokimeki Corporation.
Thank you for giving us your time today. Our proposal from Tokimeki Corporation is a new platform that connects regional specialties to the entire country. Our plan is to design an app that aligns with each individual store, maximizing their unique strengths. For example, at this store, we implemented a system where seasonal local specialties are featured within the app, which resulted in a 30% increase in sales.
I see.
Additionally, by introducing an online sales system, we can maintain sales even after the tourist season ends, and continue building relationships with customers. So, things that could only be bought with visiting in person can now be purchased through the app. Through this system, we aim to create a bridge connecting local regions and customers.
I'm Seiki from Doki Doki Planning. Today I'd like to introduce our groundbreaking proposal. Our plan utilizes existing templates to enable quick app deployment. As a result, initial costs are significantly reduced, offering the best cost-effective performance in the industry. Also, please take a look at this. Here's an example of an implementation last year with a mid-sized chain store in an urban area. At this store, sales increased by 15% within 3 months after implementation. Despite using a template design, we focused on practicality and achieved real results.
I see. The fact that you can reduce costs while increasing sales is definitely impressive.
Mr. Saiki, may I ask you a question? This success case you mentioned was a mid-sized chain store in an urban area. But what kind of results have you achieved with small locally owned businesses in rural areas?
Regarding that, we currently have projects in preparation, so it's still in progress at this stage.
So you're saying there's no actual results in rural areas yet?
That's right. However, our template-based system can be applied to any region. It's the optimal choice for clients looking to minimize initial costs.
While cost is certainly appealing, small local businesses rely heavily on their unique characteristics. How do you plan to leverage that with a uniform template?
We believe minimal customization is sufficient.
We, Kazami Corporation, have decided to select Tokimeki Corporation's proposal.
Please wait a moment. Could you explain once again why Tokimeki Corporation's proposal was chosen? I'm not entirely convinced.
Mr. Seiki, your proposal was really impressive too. That said, we've chosen to focus on a community-centered approach for this project.
However, I feel that Tokimeki Corporation's proposal has a lot of unnecessary costs. With our template-based system, we could achieve results much more efficiently.
Mr. Saiki, that's based on examples from urban chain stores, isn't it? This project focuses on small and medium-sized businesses in rural areas. In that regard, you didn't provide any explanations based on real examples to show that your template system is truly effective.
Well, that's because, with how convenient a template-based system is, it should work for any store out there.
The goal of this proposal is to highlight the unique appeal of every region instead of a generic approach. We need personalized plans that cater to the specific needs of each business. For example, Keiichi's proposal included specific strategies rooted in the local community, such as online sales of regional specialties and acquiring repeat customers outside of the tourist season. That was a key factor in our evaluation.
But that would result in higher costs. Wouldn't that squeeze the profits?
Mr. Saiki, for local businesses, what matters isn't short-term profits, but creating a system that connects the community and customers over the long term. Keiichi's team presented a proposal that achieves exactly that.
While cost control is important, keeping a sustainable system that revitalizes the local economy holds even greater value. The proposal was based on success cases in urban areas. However, you couldn't clearly demonstrate how that would apply to rural businesses. That's what led to our decision.
Mr. Saiki, the reason Keiichi was chosen is because of his sincerity. We face each store individually and make proposals that address their specific challenges. We believe that's the only way to earn trust.
Trust? To earn trust, it's not just about words. You need to build a track record. That's all we've been doing.
So you're saying I was just all talk? Is that it? I can't believe I lost to Sato. I thought my experience and accomplishments would give me the edge.
Tokimeki Corporation, we look forward to working with you on future projects.
Thank you. After that, Seiki returned to his office and reported the day's events to Mr. Muru.
The business negotiation ended in failure.
What do you mean? You said the negotiations were going well, but everything fell apart.
I'm sorry, sir. Things didn't go as planned with the client.
That's not all, is it? Even the new deal you bought in was taken by Sato's company.
It's all my fault.
You'll need to reflect on this.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Seiki's defeat led to harsh consequences within his company. After being removed from the project following this failure, it seems he's been keeping a low profile now, having come to terms with his shortcomings.
Keiichi, I'm really glad I trusted you and stayed by your side. You looked so cool during the presentation.
What? You're flattering me too much.
You're blushing.